A deadly Russian guided bomb attack in Kharkiv, northeastern Ukraine, killed 6 people and injured at least 55, including children. The strike hit a residential building and playground, igniting a 12-story apartment block and leaving several cars charred. Emergency services rushed to rescue survivors, while stunned residents, some injured, awaited medical aid. Local authorities reported that 20 of the injured are in severe condition. The weapons used were aerial-guided bombs from Russia's Belgorod region, known for their destructive capability and difficulty to intercept. President Volodymyr Zelensky called on Western allies to provide long-range weapons, arguing it's crucial for targeting Russian aircraft and preventing future attacks. The Israeli military has concluded its month-long operation in southern and central Gaza, claiming to have killed over 250 Palestinian fighters and destroyed substantial militant infrastructure. Residents of Khan Yunis report severe devastation and loss, with homes destroyed and decomposed bodies found. The military confirmed no ongoing operations in the area, leaving the local population grappling with the aftermath. Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan has accused Israel of extending its brutality from Gaza to the West Bank and beyond, labeling its actions as genocide and war crimes. Fidan urged the international community to halt Israel's aggression and apply diplomatic pressure to end the violence. The World Health Organization has delivered 1.2 million polio vaccine doses to Gaza ahead of a September 1st vaccination campaign. The campaign aims to immunize over 640,000 children against polio. An additional 400,000 doses are on their way, ensuring a comprehensive effort to protect the young population from the virus. In Balochistan, the military has announced the killing of 5 terrorists and the injury of 3 others in intelligence-based operations. The Inter-Services Public Relations reported these strikes targeted militant hideouts in the province, aiming to curb terrorism and maintain security. This follows a recent surge in violence, including attacks on security forces and infrastructure, which Interior Minister Mohsen Naqvi suggested were attempts to disrupt the upcoming Shanghai Cooperation Organization समिट scheduled for October.
ये जो वाकया 26 की रात का हुआ है, ये नॉर्मल वाकया नहीं है। इसके पीछे पूरी प्लानिंग हुई है और सिर्फ एक बॉडी ने नहीं किया, एक दो ने मिल के किया है, दहशतगर्द तंजीमों ने मिल के किया है। इसमें कोई शक नहीं। ख्वाजा आसिफ साहब भी पहले कह चुके हैं कि हमें बिल्कुल क्लियर लिंक्स पता है कि इसके पीछे कौन है। हमें यहाँ तक पता है कि ये SCO कॉन्फ्रेंस को ख़राब करने के लिए भी एक प्लानिंग की है उन्होंने। हम वो अक्टूबर में होस्ट कर रहे हैं। बहुत सारे लोगों को उसकी तकलीफ़ है कि वो ना हो, ये उसके लिए भी एक ख़िलाफ़ साजिश है। हम हत्तुल इम्कान कोशिश करेंगे कि हम जितने हमारे पॉलिटिकल स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं, जिस तरह आपने कहा, हम उनको ऑन बोर्ड करेंगे। कल उसकी एक काविश थी और उसकी आई थिंक अगर आप फीडबैक लेंगे वो बड़ी अच्छी मीटिंग गई है। लेकिन ये क्लैरिटी है कि जो मर्जी हो, जिसने बंदूक उठाई है उसका बंदोबस्त करें।
Pakistan and Bangladesh have pledged closer cooperation for mutual progress and prosperity. This agreement follows recent political changes in Bangladesh and devastating floods. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif expressed solidarity with Bangladesh's interim government led by Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus and extended aid to help with flood recovery. Both leaders highlighted the potential of regional cooperation to uplift South Asia and agreed to strengthen bilateral ties through commercial and cultural exchanges. Pakistan is preparing for a rare cyclonic storm as a deep depression near Karachi intensifies. The Pakistan Meteorological Department warns that the system, located about 200 kilometers from Karachi, could develop into a cyclonic storm named Asna. This storm is expected to bring heavy rains and strong winds, potentially causing urban flooding and disruptions along Sindh and Balochistan's coastlines. Schools in Karachi and Hyderabad are closed, and fishermen are advised to stay out of the sea.